Greetings, greetings, greetings to all. Greetings to all. Mango, avocado, weeds. I don't mean weed, I mean weeds. I guess you could include weed. Nuts, oils, minerals, detoxes, and so on. Now, why did I use those things from nature? Let me give you an example. This is my example. Just came off the tree, fresh, 100% natural, no pesticides, no chemicals. Your minerals, your fiber, your alkaline juices inside of it is already alkaline for people that want to be on an alkaline diet. The sugars in it have the polysaccharide. This is one of the reasons why I love to be in Florida. I can get my stuff directly off the tree. Now, why did I make that example? And what is this about? This is about the recent passing of Kevin Samuels. And this is from a herbalist perspective. They say that he died from a heart attack. So let's start right there. Heart attack is by far one of the most prevalent ways that people are passing these days. It's by far one of the fastest growing things, and in certain communities, it's the #1 killer. So let's talk about it, because we know that your heart has to do with circulation, blood circulation. Your heart has to do with giving your body a charge, and so on. So we have to realize that Kevin Samuels, 56, 57, that's still young. People are living longer these days. Might be old to the younger generation, but that's still young. I'm not necessarily in my 50s, but I'm in the same category, because they say this is the time that these things start affecting you. What they didn't tell you is you took 20 to 30 years to build up these things in your system in order for it to now crash. What do I mean? Oh, you didn't think it was important to get stuff like this in your body. You didn't think it was important to get stuff out like this in your body on a regular basis. Why did I say that? You need to put nourishment and nutrients in your body. You need to also take out the impurities, the toxins, and the chemicals out of your body. Because the older you get, the more it builds up. And if these things are in your food, the more of that food you eat, the more it builds up over a period of time, to where I call it the cup runneth over effect. You have so much in your body that the least little bit amount can now trip something in your health. So what I'm saying is, there's a reason why I'm sticking with my natural. Not because I don't have no choice. Not because I want to force my idea on somebody else. I grew up here in America, but I was born in Jamaica. Right now, we know people that are 80 years old that wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, walk 2-3 miles to go do farming. And when I say farming, we're not talking about getting the tractor and the machines. No, I am the machine. So that same 80-year-old will finish before 12 o'clock and still come home and do more work and run circles around somebody half their age. That's what I'm used to. That's what we're used to. Why? Because we don't negate. When this season come around, oh, all them mangoes gone. When avocado season come around, all that gone. But we don't eat it year round because it's not available year round. So whenever you're eating it year round, now you're throwing off your body's circadian rhythm. Now you're throwing off your body's chemical makeup. Now you're throwing off your body's hormonal system. Why am I saying all of this? We literally come from the earth. So magnesium is in the earth. Magnesium is also in this. Magnesium is also good for your heart. We literally come from the earth. So whatever you're comprised of literally came from the earth. Part of that is not chemicals. What I'm saying is this. Whenever we have people that's doing things on a regular basis for an extended period of time, constantly, you get your success. Whether the success is up or the success is down, you get your success. So, with the heart attack and with people with heart problems, you will often find stress is the #1 reason for the raising of your blood pressure or the hypertension. Just that alone. So let's say we live in a perfect world and we're not stressing that much, but we're eating stuff like this. You will be that 80-year-old running around, running circles around somebody half your age. Unfortunately, we've gotten used to, in this country, people dying at 35 from health issues. People dying at 20 from health issues. You see, when you're in a society where you might not have too much hospital, that means you got to learn how to take care of yourself. So whenever you're in a society with a lot of hospitals, that don't mean you neglect taking care of yourself and pass it on to somebody else. That means you have the resources to better educate yourself and teach yourself in order to get the results. So you will look at some people and say they're in a third world country, but they're healthier than you. And they don't have as much to eat as far as the junk food and the processed food and so on. This is their junk food and their processed food. This is the package it comes in. So I guess basically what I'm saying is oils, the good oils, the ones with the omega-3s, those oils, good for your heart. Oils like coconut oil with the medium chain triglycerides, good for your heart. Minerals like iodine, sulfur, potassium, iron, copper, all of those things are good for your heart. And no, I'm not talking about a pill. No, I'm not talking about some artificial lab-created thing. that you think is real and they're going to bring it to you and say it's just like this? No. And that's the problem. People are not getting that. So if they're not getting that, guess what? They're getting this. That's what's happening. And it's a reason why I push being more natural than anything else. I remember when I was growing up here in America, I see young people dying, or people that my age right now, people that was my age, gone. Body broken down, weak, stressed out, fatigue, just damaged. And I always wondered how I would be when I get to that age. Thank you, my creator, because I'm 16 again. Why? Because I started grabbing those things that don't belong in my body and pulling them out. That's the whole point of this. I start grabbing those things and pulling them out, because when you use natural things, the fiber in this will also do that. Damn, baby, man, I don't want to eat on camera, but whoa, I'm gonna tear you up. All right, I digress. So, again, my method of doing things is take the bad out, keep the bad out, put the good in. Why do you think you're going to solve a problem with a problem? Why do you think in order to solve the problem, you are going to use what caused the problem to solve the problem? Because that's what people are doing. And I can't tell you what to do. What I can tell you is what I do. And this is for informational purposes, because I am actually sharing my experience. So I have to realize that when I go out there and there are things that I do to stay healthy other than just eating right. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say I work out, but I work out. What do I mean? Climbing a tree is working out. Grabbing a bunch of coconuts, lifting them, carrying them, that's working out. Grabbing a whole bunch of ackee and walking for 2 miles, that's working out. But it's actually natural exercising, because you're constantly moving, so you're constantly moving your muscles and everything else. What do they say about your muscles when you don't use them? It's atrophy. Why do you think it's going to be any other way with any other thing in your body? You literally are what you eat. Literally. I know that sounds cliche, but you literally are what you eat. So, by Kevin Samuels having the heart attack, if I had heart issues right now, I'd be thinking to go all natural. I'd be thinking to feed the car gasoline instead of water. I would think to feed the diesel engine diesel instead of gasoline. So we got to start making sense of this. And time is short. Time is not going to wait on anybody. And we're not saying that when our Creator wants us, He's not going to take us. What I am saying is, why cannot we grow old gracefully instead of old suffering? That is flipped. That is backwards to me. Because I want to grow old gracefully. I want to say that I'm 16 again and I'm able to do it. So yes, when it comes to the heart, circulation in general in the body in this Western Hemisphere is a big problem. So if you're having circulation problems, by default you're gonna have heart problems. The heart pumps your blood. So if you're having things like pins and needles, neuropathy, and all of these other new titles, then you might have some issues. But it took years to build those up. Now it's time to clean your system out so your system have a chance to repair itself. So the train of thought is this: if you create the right conditions for your body will take care of the rest. What do I mean? Do you get up on a regular basis and do something like this? Or do you get up on a regular basis and do something like this? Now, what do I mean? The first one could be a representation of the detox or cleaning your system out. The second one could be a representation of, do you wake up and drink alcohol and smoke and do all these bad things on a daily basis? Now, do you think the body is not getting a damage from that if you're doing that for 5 years, 10 years straight every day? You don't think something is going to happen to your heart? Or you don't think something is going to happen to the rest of your body? Well, I beg to differ. This represents the fuel that your body feed off of. Chemicals is not in this. That's not a part of the fuel. So when this man passed at such a young age, I was shocked because he seemed very affluent. He seemed very intelligent. He seemed to have a certain status and a certain class. So I don't know. But I think it's fair to assume that he wasn't eating burgers and fries every day. By the way the man moved himself, I think he was going to 3-star, 5-star restaurants and so on, which is supposed to be healthier food. I do realize he said he was in martial arts and he go to the gym. Got him a personal trainer and all of this. So why am I saying that? Because somebody else might say, well, what if? So let me say it for you. Yes, you can do all of that. But that's not everything. You have to create the right conditions so your body can do the rest. Remember when you was a child and you get cut and tutus that cut heals? Why do you think that is? That is because your system is clear, it's fresh, it don't have the clogging, the years of damage, the years of buildup, the years of intake. That's the reason why. And as you grow older, you start accumulating and building up these things in your body. So what do you want to accumulate and build up in your body for years? Do you want to build up magnesium and iodine and fiber? Or do you want to build up damage so when all of a sudden you get a heart attack or a stroke, now everybody's surprised? You have to ask yourself that. This generally should be an awareness thing for people in general, that yes, we see people dying at a young age, and it's not to say we can't die at a young age, but let that be an example to you of what you should and should not do. Learn from somebody else. It's better to learn from somebody else than to go do it yourself, make a mistake, and have to do it over again. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of the times your best way of learning is to make the mistake. So you find out what not to do. But what if you didn't have to go through the mistake and you could learn from somebody? That means now you're further, because you didn't have to take time to do it, take time to go fix it, and do it again. So the heart needs minerals, the heart needs oils, the heart needs gases. Yes, I did say gas. Last time I checked, hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas. The heart needs that. The heart needs low stress. Think about this thing. This thing don't stop working until you're not here anymore. It needs maintenance, like a vehicle. It needs, per se, an oil change, like a vehicle. It needs an upgrade in additives, like a vehicle. So if you're doing that to your vehicle, and you're doing that to your computer, and you're tricking out all your vehicles and putting rims, and you're putting paint jobs, and you're putting music, and this is just an example, and you're doing all that stuff to your vehicle so you can enjoy that right now. What are you doing to you so you could enjoy yourself a little bit longer here? As far as my Creator allowed me to wake up, now I have my part to do. So that means my part, if I need to make a fruit salad, not a problem. If I need to wake up and drink some tea, no problem. If I need to wake up and make some healthy stuff, no problem. But we got to get this. You can't keep doing these things over a period of years and don't expect no result from it. You will get success. You will get success. But what type of success do you want? Do you want the success that go like this? Or do you want the success that go like this? Because let's say the starting line is this. You're succeeding because you're improving and decreasing. This is not just success. So which one do you want? That's the question. I am a young man, and people think when I do this and say men circulation, they think I generally mean sex or whatever else. And I'm not saying some of the times I'm not talking directly to my dudes. What I'm saying is circulation is way more important than you think it is. Do you know that you can have a surgery and have a blood clot that actually moves and get to somewhere where it cannot get through, and because that pressure build up, what bust pipes, now you end up with a stroke? This is real. Do you do a good job to make sure that your blood is charged? Do you do a good job to make sure that your blood is clean? Do you make an effort to make sure that you're getting your minerals and your nourishment? You know, the same thing you did with your car? And we're not saying we're trying to tell you what you can do with your own property. That's your business. We're not even saying that about your body. That's your own business. All we're saying is, for those who are concerned, really concerned about taking care of an issue before it becomes an issue, or if it's already an issue, how to take care of it. Again, take out the bad, put in the good, keep out the bad. Those three are very, very important. If I'm not putting in the bad and I'm putting in the good, I don't have to worry about that for right now or in the coming future. But if I keep putting in the bad and I'm not putting in no good, what do you expect? Nature have a balance. That's why you have a positive and a negative, night and day. And that's what people don't understand. Just because somebody tell you, oh, you're iron deficient, you go take a whole bunch of iron pills? No, that's not the way things work. You have big molecule and you have small molecules. Some minerals, you don't need that much, like zinc, but it's very potent. Some people, you might need more, like iron or copper. So zinc is also another thing, but that's a part of the nourishment that your system needs. Now, I did not tell this fruit to put zinc in it, but it's got it. I did not tell this fruit to put magnesium in it, but it's got it. So, do I need a pill? Not me. It's my pill, because I'm gonna get a better zinc and a better magnesium from this without the additive, without the preservative, without the chemicals, without the damaging effects. And this is actually going to give me what I need on a regular basis. And it don't discriminate. It's not like you can overdose on this. So the long of the short is, these days we can get too caught up in the things that we got used to. And everybody know the more you do something is the more it becomes a habit. And then it goes from being a habit to automatically you just do it without thinking. Driving is one of those things. One of the reasons why you see people in their 50s still going to the club every weekend, still doing the same thing that they were doing from when they was a teenager, is because they developed that habit over a period of time and develop a lifestyle with that habit over a period of time, so now they're still doing that. We're not judging what they're doing, we're explaining. So how about we don't just go conquer the world all at once? How about we don't stop doing anything that we're doing? How about if you just add one beneficial thing to your diet instead? How about, yeah, I know I'm doing all this garbage, man, but let me at least do my one benefit for the day. Let me at least do the one thing that I know is at least helping me to balance the bad that I am doing. So in my opinion, it's not necessarily that you have to stop doing everything right away and jump in head first. You can, but how much success do people get out of that, especially when they're not serious? So what I'm saying is this. Sometimes you have to just add a better ingredient than you already using in order to get a better effect. Whichever way you want to interpret that, you can. So when it comes to your heart, it's very important. And most people don't understand how simple it is. First of all, if you were in a tropical environment where you could get stuff like this off the tree, and you practice that on a regular basis, just that alone, you go to the store and you buy mangoes anyways. And we're not saying those didn't come off the tree. We're just saying these don't have no chemicals. We're just saying these are not irradiated. So yeah, I go to the store. I could go to the store for that. And I'm talking to people that's in an environment like this. When you're in an environment like this, you're gonna go to the store and get this anyways. Go find somebody's tree and you'll get more benefits without the interruption of chemicals and additives and preservative and all these things. Because people are not equating, if a chemical is in this food and I eat this food, now the chemical is in me. If a chemical, like a preservative, is a part of the ingredients, then now this becomes a part of me. People are not equating that. They're not connecting. What I'm going to say is this, the last thing. People, everybody is going to pass. We all have a start and we all have a finish. Yes, that's a given. Can you do your part to make sure that whenever your Creator is ready for you, you can be ready? I believe you can. Are you prioritizing it? That's on you. You must know how much fun you're having, and you must know how serious this is to you, because a lot of the times people live their life for fun, and when they get a little older and get sick, now they want to get depressed. Why? Because they build up the habit of having fun all the time. So now when they can't have fun, they're depressed. So start having your fun, people. Start having your fun. This is your neighborhood herbalist. We're back at it one more time again with the Kevin Samuels video and my perspective on it as far as heart attack goes. So until next time, we over and out. Yes, sir.